totally forgot the hat upstairs. Good morning, Linda. Good morning. Good morning, Lori. It is Sunday, October 27th. Tomorrow's my daddy's birthday. Whew. It is definitely Scorpio season. So, if you guys don't know, like July through August is always a hectic month for me because it's my birthday, my daughter's birthday, and my husband's birthday. So, and my nephew's birthday. There's four of us that are like within 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, like within 1 week, all of our birthdays, within 8 days, all of our birthdays hit, right? And then in October, it goes my father's birthday, my daughter's birthday, my brother-in-law's birthday, and my mom's birthday. And it's just like we have really weird batches of birthdays in our family. Good morning. Today I am a elf fairy-ish person. I got an email from a person a couple days ago asking if I can do like a CVS or a drugstore makeup because they're trying to figure out something for their 15-year-old daughter. I got this headpiece jewelry and fake lashes that are glittery. And it came with glitter like for like to put on your face, but I dropped it in the abyss that I call my bathroom and I can't find it for $5 at CVS. And they asked me if I can do a makeup look for something that's for $5 so that way they can do it for their 15-year-old daughters and do it from themselves. And this is it. So I know it's not like super over the top because you guys seen Tim Burton and the Mad Hatter and you guys also seen Beetlejuice and all these pumpkin themes. But I also like to do something very simplistic, especially if you have like I naturally have freckles. My skin is really red sometimes because I have rosacea, and it kind of you can play up on some of the themes that make you uniquely you when you're an elf because it becomes like ethereal and all that stuff. So most of the stuff, all the makeup, I don't have any foundation or concealer on, which woo, thank you for suggesting this because that was a breather for my skin. And on a day-to-day basis, I don't wear foundation or concealer because again, I have rosacea and I like break out like with like redness in my face getting like off a drop of a dime. So so everything in here is pretty much drugstore makeup, just like from Elf or whatever is, you know, drugstore friendly. So that's what I'm wearing today. I got the ears from Amazon and they were $5 as well. And they come in two different sizes. So I always like those because then if you have multiple kids, they all can wear them and it can be fun. And they just come on your ears like little back of earrings, like hooks onto the back of your ears and you're ready to go. And I decided just to put my hair up so that way I can give a little bit more elf-like qualities. To top off the look, if you have cardboard and elastic, you can create wings and then like paint them and them out into whatever shape you want, add some glitter to them, and now you have wings that can make you a pixie or a fairy. Or you can add vines coming out of your face and you could be a elven wolf. Like you can do so many things with just a little bit of makeup. So I just wanted to say thank you for the idea and I hope this helps you use some CVS makeup or whatever's local to you, Walgreens. I did have a friend go to Five Below this weekend, and she found something very similar to this as well. So if you have a Five Below by you, you can get these pieces too. Fair warning, these pieces do come off fairly easily if you have oily skin like I do. I have very oily skin. I don't want to talk about So you might want to get like either liquid latex or during this time of the year they have a lot of adhesives you can do, or you can get some cheap eyelash glue and just dab it on there, blow on it, let it dry a little bit, and pop it back on, and it'll just peel off. If you're allergic to like glue adhesive, then liquid latex actually might be your best friend. And I know you're like, wait, Shinoda, you're allergic to one, you're allergic to the other. I understand. I'm allergic to a lot of adhesive because like the first thing I do when I get off here is rip off my eyelashes because I'm allergic to glue. And my eyelids get swollen for a little while, but I've learned how to put like ice packs and I'll put petroleum jelly on my eyelids. Yes, you heard me. So I've done that. But if you put like liquid latex, it doesn't penetrate the skin, like different like barriers of the skin shaft the same, I don't think. And it just like kind of sits on top of the skin versus penetrating. So I don't know. You should give it a whirl. It's just during this time of the year, it's relatively kind of cheaper than the rest of the year. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, it's nice and you could just do less. And then like I said, if you I like low budget Halloween costumes. One of my favorite TV shows to watch during Halloween is Bob Burgers. The reason why I like their Halloween shows, other than it being hilarious, is that the parents don't go out and buy the kids costumes. And it's not like they're not like going back to like the 70s, the 80s, the 60s, 90s or anything. They're current with the current times. Bob Burgers plays in like the present day. So what I like about them is that they make their children make their own costumes. And what they always come up with like really cool things. Like one of the characters came out with they were Andre 3000 and Andre the Giant, and they merged them, and it was really funny and cute. But like, so my thing is that I implore people to try to. That's why I think this is the reason why people don't understand. If you're not a part of cosplay, really start looking into it. Type in cosplay on in your Google search or in your search engine in YouTube, and you'll see why people are into it, because you start creating things and looks to customize them to you. Like I'm going to try to be a Tim Burton character for myself. Like there's a challenge going around, you as a Tim Burton character, not like me as, Edward Scissorhand or Jack Skeleton or anything like that, like Shinova. If I was a Tim Burton character, what would I look like? So you take certain attributes that Tim Burton puts in all of his claymation films and you put them onto yourself. And what I like about this challenge is that back in the 80s, 90s, or whatever, most of Tim Burton's characters there was not like a boatload of people of color. And I'm clearly a person of color. So then you're seeing all these people with curly hair turn into like Tim Burton characters, having the nose, having the furrowed eyebrows and whatever. And it sparks the imagination, and it also tells the creator like, hey, guess what? We're here too. And then they start creating different characters with like curly hair or brown eyes or like darker complexions or whatever. So like this, it's important to create characters that based on what you look like, so that way other people around you that may not be as comfortable with in their skin can become comfortable with their skin. It's important. So just if you can, do it. If you can't, you do whatever. And I know a lot of people are like, I can't draw a line. I can't put on makeup. Practice makes progression, just like in sewing. We have so many people that are like, that start off sewing, like, I can't sew a straight stitch. But with practice, like what we tell them, with practice, you can do it. And I believe that anyone can sew, and I could believe that anyone can slap on some lipstick. Like I truly believe it. And I think it gets frustrating like with any hobby, but it's how we persevere through the frustration that makes us who we are, right? So just give it a whirl. Today we're going to be doing something fun. I also had somebody mention that we've been doing like a lot of like decor or smaller projects. I forgot to bring my hat from upstairs. I'm sorry about that. I'll bring it tomorrow, I promise. I gave you guys some tips and tricks of a hat. I wouldn't say it's a tutorial because I found some information out after I did the tips and tricks video that kind of disheartened me a little bit. After I did the video, I was not able the perimeter of the hat did not fit in the diameter of the circle, and I did not understand why, and it was driving me absolutely batty. So Shinova went through a deep dive. I don't know if you guys are aware of Gertie from Charmed Patterns. She makes a lot of vintage dresses and she makes a lot of dapper clothes. Like she is amazing when it comes down to patterns. Well, about this time last year, she had a blog called Halloween Extravaganza. And then within that blog, she had a witch's hat pattern. With this witch's hat pattern was absolutely free. Absolutely free. And when I looked back and forth at the $3.95 pattern that we paid for and the blog, it is exactly the same except Gertie's has more information. She even has her picture at the end of the pattern. So I reached out to Gertie's team, but I haven't yet to heard back because it was pretty late last night to see if this was the person that maybe created the hat and then now she's selling it. Um I'm not too sure. So I'm just calling it a tips and tricks because there was a big issue with the diameter of the hat's cone fitting into the circumference and whatever. And the math wasn't mathing, but I got it to work with just simple snipping and cutting and putting it together. So there's that. So today we're going to do something a little bit out of my wheelhouse because I'm always expressing to you guys to work out of your comfort zone. So I want to work out of mine. I am going to make, oh my God, I'm gonna have heart palpitations. I'm going to make a clear-ish and jelly bag. We're gonna make the Crypt Keeper from Crosswinds pattern. I met the designer almost 2 years ago this February at one of those So Magicals, and she was an absolute peach. She was the nicest person, and I've had this pattern forever. I made it like 4 times, and every time I make this pattern, the bag sells. It is a very cute coffin shape, and it's not like, very it's not like the Elvira bag where it's, like, very structured. This one has a more round area. But I've always wanted to make that bag clear with jelly, where there's no lining, there's no pockets. It's just the coffin bag itself, which would be super cute for, like, going to theme parks right now, pumpkin patches, just for the holiday season. So I was like, what way to do this, to take this and do a slight modification with you guys and make a clear bag. I never make them, so let's do it. So that is my goal today. We're going to make a clear-ish. I have a ghost jelly, but it's not really see-through unless you like go like you're like up close and you have your hand through it, and the gusset and the zipper piece is going to be see-through. So I thought that would be a really fun thing to do. I put the link in the chat in the description box of where you could purchase the pattern, and you can look at the pattern, and you don't have to make yours clear. You can make it as a pattern. It doesn't take a lot. It's a cute, perfect size. And the thing about Crosswind patterns, I know you've seen her bag. She's the one that makes the most epic Halloween Jack Skeleton pumpkin bags you've ever seen. She is the first that made the swoon bags, the Betty Bowler bags, into the unusual pumpkin bags. So like I always want to shout out people and give credit where credit's due. That is this designer. So the designer who made those epic swoon Betty Bowler bags that are pumpkins is the person who made this the Crypt Carrier. And it's cute because it doesn't, again, it's not a coffin, it's more of a headstone, and it has its own unique original thing. And because of the way it's shaped, I feel like it comes together really smoothly and there's not a lot of hiccups. And I think it's just a fun bag to sew during this Halloween season. And it should, if you're doing it with clear and jelly like I am, we should be able to bang this out relatively quickly and have some fun while we're doing it. So I am going to gonna sign off, and let's see what time it is. It is 9:13. Let's meet at 11 o'clock and we will be ready to rock and roll. Okay. Well, I hope everyone can meet me over there at that time. If not, I completely understand. And I hope you have a really good Sunday. And for those who are going to meet me at 11, I can't wait to see you. Bye.